All the way right. Get ready for America's #1 funny man. Funny man. What? Hey. All the way right. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
What's up, party people? It's your boy Rodney Perry. Got that new merch out there in the streets. Rodney Perry, how do I get my hoodie? Hit me up in the DM. I'll get that mug out to you ASAP. Mad love, mad respect. It's a new day. Another day to get it right. Thank you for tuning in as per usual. People kill me. I got one of my friends. I called this morning. Now, I know it's early. Then she texts me back. That means your phone is in your hand. Pick up the damn phone. Ishmael, what's up, Jack? Texas is in the building. I will be down in Texas pretty soon. I did a film. Let me find it. I did a movie down in Texas, and then I'll be in Dallas doing a screening for this film. Oh, now she want to call back. Hello, Ursula.
Where are you? You in trouble? You in jail?
I'm not in jail. I just got through talking about you. I said, I got my friend. She texted me, but she won't pick up.
No, I can't get reception. I had the worst reception since I've been in this damn hotel. Nobody can call in. I can't call in.
Hilarious. Okay.
I guess the Lord's telling me I need this break. That's what
You need a break. You need a real break. I'm currently on my show, Ursula. I do a podcast every day. I need you.
Okay.
Let me tell you what I need. I need a legal person to talk about the different cases around the world that we need to be paying attention to as Black folks.
Okay. Will you need that today?
You ain't got to do it today. I would like it today, though.
Well, but seeing as I'm having a phone issue,
This might be a tough day. Let's try next week.
I can do that.
Let's try next week.
I got you. Let me know the date and time, and I got you.
All right, let's say it right now. Today is Friday. Let's say Friday next week.
Friday next week. What time?
Around this time, let's say 9:05, 9:15.
9:05. I'm gonna put 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
There's no Black folks.
Yes. No. I'll be Rodney Perry be on time. I'm an old military boy.
No, I'm talking about me.
Hilarious. Hey, I love you, sis. Thanks for taking the call.
Love you too, bye.
Miss Ursula gonna be doing our legal report here on Rodney Perry Live. Mad love, mad respect. I'll bully a motherfucker. I ain't scared. I will bully your ass. Sylvia Crawford. That's right. It's a lot of stuff we need to be paying attention to, whether it's the young man that shot Meg Thee Stallion in the foot and how many years he gonna be getting, or what's happening on the landscape with R. Kelly. We need to be paying attention to this stuff because it don't affect you now, but it might affect your ass later. Let's figure it out. Trina Pinkett in the building. John Hall, I see you, both of y'all. JP Justice is in the building. Good morning, JP. Let's get this show underway. My co-host for the day. She'll usually go bad hair day on me, slap a hat on, have her name across the front. I like that. But not today. Today she have taken it to another level. Welcome to the show. TBarb is in the building. What's up, TBarb? Oh!
What up,
Oh!
Yes. Boom.
Wow, what's your name? Wow, what's your name, cutie? TBarb. Now,
I usually do play the lazy role and just put my hat on and all that, but you know, when black girls get their hair done, they gotta show it out.
I love the color. I love the color. I love the, the whole vibe of it.
Thank you. I just got it done. Shout out to Hair Forte Salon for getting me together, and I'm just trying some new stuff. You know, you never know what works.
It's new year, new stuff. How often do you change your look?
A lot. I feel like it's a gift and a curse because I feel like sometimes people don't know it's me. They act like they don't know, from the long dark hair to the hat to the short. I change colors. But it now is become like a signature of mine. Like normally you'll have a signature look. For me, people expect me to show up looking.
The change is the signature.
Mm-hmm. And now everybody say I look like Keisha Cole anyway, so I didn't add it to it. So
you definitely could be a Keisha Cole, but you get, who else you get?
K. Michelle.
K. Michelle, your booty not that big.
No, not from the, hold on. Not from the chest down, okay? Because titties ain't
but
perfect like that booty.
She took her butt out.
She took her butt out and put it in her face, okay? Because she don't look the same to me, but I do get that. I think Keisha Cole. I don't think K. Michelle, but I'm just saying what people say. People do say I look like K. Michelle.
Hey, John Hall said you easy on the eyes.
Thank you, John. Hey, boo.
Andromeda is in the building. Both John Hall. That's John Hall Jr.
Oh, John
Hall Jr. You need to put a junior on your John Hall.
Yes, you do. And listen, that's the reality. That's literally the joke that the stock joke that we could date the daddy or the son. John Hall and John Hall Jr. What's happening, baby?
I mean, is that an option for you? Would you consider a maybe 45-year-old guy or his 30-year-old son?
I could never date a daddy and a son. Nah, that's just not. I'm a retired hood rat, Rodney. Relapse is a part of recovery, but I can't do that. I'm going for the daddy. The daddy got the money. The son is, he's still trying to make it in your 20s.
He's trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So
give me that pension.
Would you date friends ever?
You know what? You can never say never, because you may meet one friend 5 years and maybe go on a date with him, because I've had that happen. Where you may go on one date with a guy and really don't like him, and he's stuck on that, and then you maybe meet his cousin or his friend a little later and like them. Would I knowingly do it? No, but it does happen.
Wow. Tanya Parker in the building. My people from DC, Baltimore, they always come out to support. Thank you, Miss Tanya Parker, popping in. JP Justice said you look like TBarb.
I got that last night for the first time. So this is the second time. So maybe we adding T-Barbs to the list.
Let's put T-Barbs in there. Why not?
Don't go chasing.
Maybe not. You're right. Tara Bennett Smith, actor, director. Hey, Tara, how are you? Welcome to the show today. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. That young lady is my co-host for the day. She goes by TBarb, hailing from Detroit, Michigan. You know what I like about you, TBarb? You're so industrious. Like, TBarb will produce a show. She gon' vegan cook your ass. She gonna have hot dogs. She gonna support the community. Like, what is it about you that really?
I got the 2 books out.
I got it. I'm looking for my copy. What is it about you that has to do the good thing?
I think that it just comes from my upbringing, and I think that it just comes. I was a social worker, so I was raised in the hood. My parents met fresh out of prison, and my mother had a lot of mental health issues that stemmed from her being raised in foster care in a certain way, and in the 60s and the 50s, when she was being raised, they didn't have a lot of regulation. My mother was molested. My mother was abused. She was treated poorly. And I just really saw the effects it had on her mentally, as far as her doing drugs and going to prison so many times. So when I actually got to college and saw that the reason I made it was people really volunteering their times and going to, like, you see this on TV, but this, I'm a real life testament to this, going to enrichment programs and having people invest in me that changed my life. I wanted to just give that to somebody a little bit. So that's how I ended up being a social worker for 14 years. And I did foster care specifically because I just wanted to make a difference in somebody's life. I felt like if my
how many different foster kids did you help?
I can't count, but I was a foster care worker specifically for 4 years. I want to say I probably worked with about 500 families, and then I was a protective services worker. And when I left to go to adult protective services, I did 743 cases. So some of them multiple, but that's 743 different families. And I'm one of the few social workers, I went a whole year without filing a petition to bring anybody into care. That took a lot of work, and I was paranoid as hell. I was like, oh my God, I left them there. Oh shit. Excuse my language. Excuse me. If I wake up in the morning, but it just propelled me. And once I stopped doing that, I still wanted to help. So that's why I came up with my nonprofit, and you've come down to help us out and do some fundraising. So it's just always been in me to help others.
Sylvia Crawford said enrichment programs actually help. Thank you for this testing. Blessings to you. That is huge, man. And you know, people, we don't look like what we've been through. And you know, people see TBarb the comedian and may or may not even know what you just shared with us. And I think that's awesome, man. I got to see you in your element and watch you do both, you know, help the people and do comedy. So I'm a fan, TBarb. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you, Rodney.
All right, guys, here we go. It's Rodney Perry. You're tuning to Rodney Perry Live. TBarb, are you familiar with Young Miami?
Yes. Who isn't?
Young Miami, that's a young lady that's dating P. Diddy. You know, P. Diddy, he kind of low-key dissing her too, my opinion.
Why do you say so? What's so interesting about that statement? Two things. Older people know her as dating P. Diddy, but younger people know P. Diddy as dating Young Miami. So in that respect, they've helped each other. And I didn't notice that till you just said that. It probably was an older demographic that didn't recognize her until Diddy. And Diddy ended up with a little bit of more of a younger fan.
So she helps him maintain his relevancy. Wow, that's very good. But how about this? And I know TBarb ain't into this. I just know it. But Young Miami says she like an occasional golden shower. Ladies in the chat, who trying to get peed on?
A golden shower.
A golden shower when somebody urinate. She said it makes her feel good.
See, for me, urine is toxic. Okay, and I know what my pee smell like from time to time, so I don't like that.
First of all, your pee smells wonderful because you don't eat no meat.
I mean, but you know, if you go out for a night of heavy drinking or you a coffee drinker, I mean, I drink a lot of water and I don't eat meat. But to be honest, vegan boo-boo probably stank the worst because it smell like kale. And if you ever smell some raw kale, you know what time it is. But I like the champagne showers. Maybe because I'm from the 90s where the drug dealers was getting the real money and we was spraying bottles of champagne. But you're not about to pee on me. No, you're not. You're not about to pee on me.
Well,
but then Diddy giving out $500
stop right there, TBarb.
I don't know. My mind might not be the same.
Hold on, TBarb. So you out with a drug dealer? He done sprayed you with the champagne.
Yeah.
You can't take a little pee-pee for the drug dealer?
No, hell no.
All right.
I can take some champagne.
Andromeda said P is for prison.
Hey, Andromeda. Oh, she be cracking me up on it.
It's so funny, man. All right. Moving on. Enough urine analysis. Shakira. Now, this is a great story, T. First of all, we all go through relationships. And I always say, women's intuition is real. All we can hope as men is that y'all don't listen to it. Shakira, the singer, she comes back off the road. Her husband and family, everybody in the house. She looks through the refrigerator, notice something missing. Shakira loves strawberry jam. Somebody been eating her jam. Through analysis, she realized somebody been in the house. Husband don't like jam. Kids don't like jam. Somebody been in the house eating this damn jam, and I want to know who it is. Shakira gets to the bottom of it. Turns out her husband was cheating, and the woman came in the house and ate up some of Shakira jam. Goodness gracious. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts is, what happened to old school when you just took them to the hotel?
Why is this woman in your house?
Why is she in the crib? Like, to me, it's the audacity for me. Because let me tell you something. Once again, I'm from that old school Detroit Joy Road. If you want to cheat, you take her to the short stay. Okay, you go, you do your thing for a couple hours, you come on back. Nobody, okay, should be in your house, nevertheless eating your wife jam. Like, come on. And she probably did it on purpose.
Wow, how about that?
You know, a woman, you know, women like to leave their footprints. They leave a little earring, little drawers, little couple strings of hair. That's just dumb. Like, why would you do that? Jam? And then you didn't go replace the jam?
She left that jam.
Then you leave it in the refrigerator. Let me tell you something. This is how you know I ain't that. She could have dropped it on the floor, let it crack, and said it broke by mistake. Like, what's wrong with him? He just was careless. So, Shakira, I hope you don't get jammed up.
the big question is, how do you let somebody in your house? Like, that's the big thing. Unless you want out. I'm a firm believer that when dudes want out, they do shit.
But I think that there's some men are just careless. And I'll say this. A lot of times as women, we know our mate's characteristics, but we ignore it to be with someone. So you can't tell me that this lady coming in and eating that jam was like his first red flag of doing something. And that's what we get caught up in, just wanting to be with somebody. I'm not trying to diagnose Shakira's instance, but I see it happen often. That's why I'm single. I didn't want to be pressured into the wrong situation just to be with somebody. And as we can see, and you know what's so crazy?
And you got options. You got options though, TBarb, because you done cut your hair, put that blonde in there. These niggas better pay attention.
You know what? I do have. Everybody has options. The lady at the gas station pumping gas got a man that want her. Everybody has an option, but it's just, are those the options that you want? And Shakira probably gonna end up paying him. That's why I was gonna say another Mary J. Blige. It's so sad.
Oh God, Andromeda has chimed in. So let's get a whole scenario so TBarb can weigh in. So Andromeda goes over a friend's house, a male. They're just platonic friends, and the guy, after looking around the apartment, she's like, "Oh, somebody live here." And she was like, well, this guy should have told me he had a woman. I'm like, it's none of your business. But now, is it her business because she's at a disadvantage if that woman come home?
First, let me say this. When you have platonic friends, this is just my opinion. And of course, I'm with you.
Oh, before you answer this, hold on, TBarb. Before you answer, Drama is at the man's house and she done kicked her shoes off and sitting on the couch.
But that's why I'm saying he left her at a disadvantage because she really could have been hurt just on some mutual friendship stuff. Because think about this. Think about your wife. Y'all at the house and then she come in and you ain't said nothing and I'm on the couch with the shoes off, kicked up. That's going to be a problem. That has nothing to do with
I'm
her.
not going to do that.
I mean, I know you. I'm just example. Look, you like don't even play with it. I just think that was wrong. And when you have platonic friends and you live with your woman or whatever, your woman should know your platonic friends. Once y'all at that level.
True enough, TBarb. But I also know she ain't coming home tonight. For whatever reason. I wouldn't.
Her mama might stop by and want to drop you off a plate.
I wouldn't. First of all, don't drop me no plate. Don't pee on me and don't bring me no plate.
It's out of pocket, and we know it because if it was the other way around,
bringing a plate is out of pocket to me.
That was just the
no, but I'm just saying. It's for a woman that's not your woman, not your girlfriend, to bring you a plate. That could be misconstrued. No.
Yeah, that could be misconstrued. Once you're in a relationship, there are certain things that your friends can no longer do for you if they're of the opposite sex or the same sex. If you're
stop right there, TBarb. We got to do a top 10. Top 10 things your platonic friend can't do.
So name 10 things your platonic friend can't do.
Hold it, don't. We're gonna save it. We're gonna save it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it after the half hour, after the 30.
Okay, let me start writing.
Okay, we'll work on that. All right. And drama to make again, I conceded that she made a great point. The girl did have her at a disadvantage, the guy or whatever, but it really is none of her business whether I got a woman or not, because we not doing nothing.
You just playing devil's advocate because you know if I come in your house, it's not like we out at Starbucks and we sit down and have a coffee and just going over this. I'm at your house. I need to know everybody who live here before I go in your house. That's just like somebody.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
If you have a dog, you're not gonna tell the people coming in, "Hey, I have a dog in here."
I got a little bitty ass dog, but he ain't about shit.
But it don't make a difference. You still make that announcement. So what's the difference with a human?
You know what? God damn it. Okay. Damn it. Damn it. Well said. Well said. Sylvia Crawford. Hey, don't give him a darn. Hey, don't give a darn about. Let me tell y'all something. In these fake words, darn about his outside woman, he not smooth and can't possibly be a show enough cast. No, what the hell you talking about?
She's saying he don't know how to pimp. Pimping ain't been pimping.
Pimping since pimping been pimping. Johnny says, good chance that ass gonna get tapped. Uh-oh. If he don't tell you what's going on, maybe he's trying to hit. Maybe it's not so platonic.
And that very well could be. But to me, my friends, whether male or female, they're not gonna set me up in a bad way. So that's why communication is key. If you're my friend. Now, if you're not my friend and you have some ulterior motives, that's one thing. But if you my friend, you're gonna say, hey, that's like my male friends might be like, hey, my girl coming. They ain't even got to discuss her name, Sylvia. I've been dating her. Hey, I'm gonna be with my girl when I pull up. So when you see me with somebody, you know.
You're not overdoing it. You're not doing too much.
Right. I'm not like, where your last girl at? I already know not to talk about your last girlfriend because you with your new one.
Wow, how about that? Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Have you seen this?
No.
This young lady from this show conducted a telemarketing scam. Got all type of busted. She about to go do 6.5 years.
The 6?
She caught the 6.
And on TV?
Well, she was.
You know what? I think that just goes to show everybody that everything that glitters isn't gold. And sometimes we idolize these people and their lifestyles that we see, but you don't really know what people are doing to maintain.
Her name is Jen Shah, Jensha, and like you said, you have no idea. People don't look like what they've been through, and they might be still going through it. That little TV money be gone.
Or it don't be enough for them to maintain the lavish lifestyle that they portray. Because if you get in, people like, okay, so my homeboy used to play in the NBA, rest his soul, Robert Traylor passed away, grew up with him. I remember him getting $80,000. He was getting the league minimum, which was $80,000 every 2 weeks. So to most people, $160,000, you like, hell yeah. He was in debt because he was taking care of this person, that person. They driving these cars, they wearing these chains. Sometimes when his check will come, he will already owe his agent. Just trying to keep up with the lifestyle.
Let's do the math. So you got 80,000, which is 160 a month, right? You drop 20% of that on the manager. Well, no, you're in a 40% tax bracket. So you almost back down to 80, let's say 90 at taxes. You also gonna lose out of that 160 another 20% to a manager agent. Let's say what's that? 100%. That's another 10. Let's say 16. Let's say 20,000. So now you're down to 70, right? So your 160 and 160 is really 70. You ain't bought a car yet. And you ain't put your mom in the house yet. That's 70.
You gotta do that.
That 70 go down to shit. I mean, let's say you got good credit, you got 70,000 a month coming in, you making good money. Okay, your mortgage, well, what city was he playing in?
New Orleans.
New Orleans ain't no cheap place to live. He in the house in New Orleans East, he playing, let's say $5,000 a month for rent. That's 65.
You still got your house at the crib too. Because NBA
house at the crib, and somebody got to take care of it. That's another 5. That's 60.
And you got your girl. She high maintenance.
Your girl want jewelry and shit. That's 60. Go down to motherfucking 50.
Then you got to have your nanny for your kids because you on the road 82 games.
I'm shooting the club up. I got kids. I got not only my kids with my girl, but I might have kids with somebody else. Wow.
It depletes really quickly. And what happens is the more money people make, the higher their bills are. So these bills are outside of sometimes they might spend $5,000 eating out or doing things like that. So, and especially when you first generation, people don't take that into consideration. People who have already had money and have people to guide them, like my son, I'm first generation. So I'm 40, I'm just getting ahead. But that's because it took me all these years to know. Whereas my son,
it take 2 decades to learn money. Wow. That's crazy. Man, I'm sorry he is gone. God rest his soul, but I know that was, like you say, you making a league minimum. It ain't what it looked like. Hopgood, what did you say? That's why I stress good credit and do one-time gifts to family. I have 5 pro players as clients. Good stuff, Mr. Hopgood, man. Jill Scott has a great thing she does. So Jill Scott has a fund for her family, and they can borrow from the fund, but they got to do like they do in a bank. They got to say what they want it for, how they want it, and everybody in the fund get to say yay or nay.
That's smart. That's smart. And because gifts over 10,000 are taxed like 40 or 50%. So I think a lot of people be like, well, give your family money. So people find other ways. Like you said, they buy the property, or some people do nonprofits and they make their family or give their family positions. But it's not easy to just give money like people think. You have to really find a way to do that. And when you have so many people hanging on you, it depletes fast when you have your whole family banking on you. So I like Ludacris model. He had his friend as a chef. He had another friend as a driver. If you want this money,
Let him work.
Salary.
Yeah, let him work. Let him work. And I'm not mad at that. And how about this? If you're the only one buying the drinks, your friends and your family will steal. It's a tough thing, but you gotta teach a man to fish rather than give him the fish. Because I've seen it too many times. Rich people taking care of everything for everybody, and people steal from them. They feelings be hurt. And I'm like, dude, they have to be vested into this. Mm-hmm. Wow. Hey, y'all, I'm Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. We're going to take a break. We come back. Top 10 things a platonic friend can't do. And also, we finish up with Tory Lanez. And guess what? John Legend and Chrissy Teigen got a new baby. Let's take a break. When we come back. More Rodney Perry. Wow, this is a good show. Who came up with this shit?
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean. And I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
This is a male-dominated industry, and as a woman, you can't let them know your every move. I got it.
Jamila, are you pregnant? Hey, Stan!
I can't take another pill for 24 hours.
Oh. Without commitment, you'll never start. But without consistency, you'll never finish.
Give me another chance, okay, Gordon? Yes!
Finding Happy. All new episodes Saturday, 8/7 Central. Only on Bounce.
Yo, it's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. One of the many shows I worked on last year, and it's still out there, Finding Happy with comedian B. Simone. Such a good show. It's really a good show, man. And it follows a young lady, going through her woes, trying to find her way. Great show. I'm on a show right now called Cold and Windy. It's set in Chicago. It's about the drill music that's happening out there. And I'm really proud of this show, man. Kenny Young and his partners have put together a great series. And it's on WeTV and All Black. So the name of the show Thursdays is what did I call it? Cold and Windy. TBarb, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
She's been kissed by the sunlight. Her ring light is ringing. And I know the ring light good because that sun is behind you and it still look good.
Listen, because this was a last minute decision. I had some cheesy silver stuff behind me because the plan was.
Can you show us the silver stuff?
Y'all want to see it? Oh man,
you ain't got it. Oh,
this was it. So you see, I had the plan to have like the sun coming in, but we switched it up and it's working.
I'm not mad. It looked great. It looked great.
Now you can see Scoochie on the Coochie and my audio album background.
Wow, Scoochie on the Coochie is the joint now. That's on iTunes everywhere.
It's on iTunes, Tidal, YouTube, anywhere you can hear music. You can hear my audio album. TBarb at the Independent, and my comedy single, Scoochie on the Coochie. It's a house track, too. So it's
get it. You know what? I believe every comedian if you don't have a video product, you must have audio.
Yes.
You know, you must increase your audio footprint as much as you can. Did you produce that yourself?
Yes, I did. With Detroit is Different, where I do my podcast with Kari Frazier. But yep, it's most of my stuff is independent, so it's an independent project.
Now, who did the work of making sure it got on all the platforms for you? Like
Kari Frazier. So
okay.
My podcast, my audio buddy, we do a lot of work together over at Detroit is Different, and he really helps empower independent artists. And he walked me through it, and it was really his vision for me to do.
Are you on Sirius?
No. I'm once again Spotify, Apple Podcast. It's called Retired Hood Rat Podcast, and it's still independent.
I need you on Sirius. I'm gonna see what I need to do to make that happen. That's why I make the lion's share of my money from my audio product.
Oh wow! I would, you know what? I would love that. Before I started comedy, that's how I got into it. I went on a radio show, and the producer came and was like, "You are great. You should do radio." I don't even want to tell a story. I'm gonna tell a little synopsis. So the studio had roaches, right? Y'all, listen, swear to God. Didn't know this. Did not know. It was set up so nice. It was a home studio in somebody's basement. I'm not gonna say, because they really are good. It's an excellent station. The guy is so talented.
Just a little roach every once in a while. Yeah.
It wasn't little, okay? They was like real roaches. And what happened was, since I'm from the hood, right? I grew up with roaches, but I didn't realize how much I changed, right? Because, you know, back in the day, you know, you'd be like a roach.
I don't like no roaches. And I live in Georgia. They will come in your house in certain parts of the year. I don't like no roaches.
I hate roaches. But I'm talking about up until I was a teenager, we did. My mother got exterminated. But when I say I grew up hood, my house been raided, all type of stuff. But now, so I'm thinking I could stand the road. I could do it. I wore some combat boots, Rodney. I had a fanny pack purse on because I'm like, they gonna get in my purse. Why that boy flew on me? That was my last show there. It was like,
you gotta get up out of there.
Huh?
You gotta get up out of there.
Oh, it flew. This was when I first started. And then I started comedy. And I just love radio so much. I've always dabbled and dabbled in podcasts and radio. So that was really my start. But the roaches took me out the game.
Hey, when in doubt, do it yourself. That's what this is, and thank you for being a part of my show. Tory Lanez, of course, that's a young man that shot Meg Thee Stallion in the pinky toe. He's got a new lawyer. His lawyer said, "Man, I wish I had this case at first," but the lawyer said he's confident that he's going to be able to get Tory Lanez off on the appeal. This is the story that won't go away, man. What's your thoughts, TBarb?
Okay, I have a couple things. I hate the fact that people were so condemning of Meg to begin with. It was like we just didn't want to believe that this happened. And I think that happens in so many domestic violence cases that we say we love this person. It's the same thing. I don't want to say same thing with R. Kelly, but how we were just in such denial because they're talented. They're our favorite artists. And we're so quick to go against a woman and say that she's lying. And don't be wrong, some women lying. I'm not saying that. But to say you've been shot, it's kind of hard to replicate actually being shot. Not stabbed, not beat up, shot. Okay? So right. That was one thing.
You either been shot or you didn't. Yeah.
He admitted it. So I'm pretty sure the lawyer is working on getting that thrown out. But I don't know if you heard this, Rodney. I kept hearing it was Rock Nation. What the hell? He wouldn't sign with Jay-Z. I mean, people was arguing with me about this. He wouldn't sign with Jay-Z, so they came after him. No. He was drunk, and I don't think he did it in a sober mind. But we all
it wasn't no malice when it happened.
Yeah, you know, things happen. I don't want to put myself out there, but I shot somebody before, so I understand how that goes, and I fought a case for it too. So I fought a felonious assault case for shooting somebody in the knee, and so I understand how that process goes. And, you know, I just think it was a shame that we were so condemning of Meg for something that happened to her. And sometimes reality is reality. And sometimes the people that we love disappoint us.
Wow, how about that? Victor Marshall said, I watched the trial in person and saw Tory and his lawyer in the jail, man. How about this? I sat on the trial of the jury. I encourage anybody black, when your time to do jury duty, do jury duty.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I sat on a murder case, and when I tell you what I learned from that is never put your fate in the hands of strangers. Ain't no way I'm gonna expect 12 people, regular Americans, to understand the legal system and decide whether I go to jail or not. No, sir. I'm not doing it.
Because it's not 12 of your peers. It's just 12 people. These not your peers. They didn't grow up next door to you.
It don't matter if they're your peers. They don't know the law.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. I take Victor Marshall, a guy that spent 12 years learning how to be a lawyer, and I'm supposed to be a regular nigga and sit there and understand all that. Dude, we had 3 days of gun evidence. I couldn't keep my eyes open. The judge stopped the case. He said, "Hey, Mr. Perry, can you do this? Because your ass is snoring."
You say somebody life in your hands, but you sure is tired.
Wow. How about that? How about this one? The TBarb is for thug life. Let me tell you something. Don't think I didn't hear Andromeda that TBarb shot somebody in the knee. I wasn't gonna even mention it, but you brought it up.
You know what? I was like, why did I even say that?
I was gonna let it slide.
Part of my story. And to be honest, I did grow up like I've had so many fights. I have scars all over I've been stabbed before, so I've been in a lot of shootouts. So for me to even be the person I am today is amazing. And 2 years ago, I did slip up and smack somebody by mistake. It was just came out of me. But I'm really a nice person.
When your birthday, TBarb?
March 25th. I'm an Aries.
You're Aries. Good people, but y'all will fight.
It's my mama. It was my mama. My mama taught me, And then once again, I'm not a fighter now, of course. I'm old, but my heyday.
You smacked somebody last year.
No, I said 2 years ago.
During COVID. It was nobody around.
It was somebody around.
Wait, TBarb. You was in quarantine and you found somebody to slap.
What do they say? No comment.
All right, here we go. Top 10 things your platonic friend cannot do. Number 10, what you got?
Number 10. I took this from you, so it's stolen. Eat food that your platonic friend can't do to you.
Yes.
Touch your butt.
No way, ever.
No way, ever.
Touch your butt, and is that no kind of way? Not even like on accident, like you got some on your pants.
Yeah, you got some on your pants. You know what I mean? Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? No smushy.
I'm saying you can't even go. You got some on your pants though. You can't even.
You can. What I'm saying is you can't squeeze, grab, grope, touch my vagina, touch my breast.
TBarb, right. I'm your man. Guess what, nigga? Leave it there.
Well,
if you see something on my lady butt, leave it there. All right.
That's in the top 10 though.
I'm not mad at that. Okay. Top 10 things your platonic friend cannot do. Come over your house and kick their damn shoes off.
I don't agree with that. Drama, I think she was right. I think he was wrong.
Put your damn shoes on, Drama.
Listen, my homegirls come over here now and they kick their shoes off. So what will be the difference?
That ain't the same. If a nigga is over your house with his shoes off.
Well, y'all feet be stinking for one. So don't you right. Keep your shoes on. But I could take my shoes off.
Oh God. All right, moving on. Number 8. What you got?
Number 8, drive my car.
You can't let a brother drive your car?
Not my platonic friend.
Okay. I'm keeping. I'm not gonna be like you. I'm not gonna dish your choice.
Okay. Even though I'm lying because my friends have trouble. I don't want them to.
I'm not mad at that though. That could be a real rule. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't want them to.
Charles Hopgood says, what you can't do is eat off my plate.
That's a good one. Number 7, eat off my plate. I'm adopting that one.
You can't eat off my fork. You can't eat off my spoon. Like you can't. If I got some cake, you be like, oh, what the cake tastes like? Hell no. All right, you got the next one.
Number 6.
Number 6.
My platonic friends cannot do is kiss me.
I got a friend. I agree, but I got a friend, and he's an older black man, and this nigga do the friendly kiss all the time. He will, like TBarb, if he was your friend, that nigga would lean in and kiss you right here.
Not in the
wet ass kiss.
That's the number 1 herpes spot. Don't kiss me right there.
I don't watch this nigga. I'm like, nigga, did you just kiss that lady? Like, yep. That nigga, he can do the platonic kiss. All right. Wow, you got a good list going here.
Number
5.
Number 5. Get drunk after 11 o'clock.
Get drunk? No. Let's say this. You can't get drunk one-on-one.
Okay. We can add that. That's a good one. No one-on-one.
That's always bad. That's always bad.
Every time. Number 4. Talk about your mate to me in front of your mate.
No, you can't talk about your mate, period. Like in a bad way.
Platonic friend cannot call me too late.
Ooh. What's that time? What's the time? What's the cutoff?
I mean, we comedians, so our timing is a little later. You know what I mean? It is a little later because you might be leaving the show at 12 midnight talking, but after you at home in the bed,
I say this: if you don't want to talk to me, don't pick up. Don't pick up. All right. We down to the last 2, TBarb. Wow, this is tough.
Okay.
The top 10 things the platonic friend cannot do. I got the last one if you got this one.
Okay. You said this earlier, so I'm stealing this from you. Cook a meal. You cannot bring your platonic friend that's in a relationship meals if they're in a relationship.
Cook a meal?
Because I think that's an intimate thing when you get not you come over to the house.
Well, how about this? How about this? You can't make a woman can't make a platonic male friend a plate.
There we go.
We had the joint anywhere we out at the club, and you what you want? Can I make you a plate? Hell no.
Hell no.
Okay, and finally, the number 1. The top 10 things a platonic friend can't do. Number 1, smash.
That was my number 1 too.
You can't smash.
How do you feel about that though? How do you? Because it seems like in today's generation, it's like that's my friend, or now they say best friend, and they sleeping with each other and they bring other people around. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, you know what? I get it, but if you got a girl or a guy, you disrespect them by having them around somebody that you ever been with. That you ever been with. And if as a woman you put me in a friend zone, or as a man I put you in a friend zone, we can't really break that. You know what I mean? Like, I gain more from my friends that are friends than a person that I've ever been with. So it's not even for my significant other. It's for the relationship is just better when we're platonic and sex is not involved. What do you think?
No, I think it's 1000% better. And I think the longevity, it's a lot more longevity. And I think I have a lot of male friends and a lot of men that I work with. And I think that I have such a great relationship with them. And matter of fact, when you friends with a guy, he can talk to you a little better. Once y'all start dating, it's certain things, I don't care what no woman say. It's certain things that you don't hear the same. It's certain things that the conversation is not as open. So now you find him walking on eggshells, whereas before he could be like, yeah, this whole day I was doing this. They can be who they really are with you. And then I think they love you a little more as a friend. I think guys really value that woman that is like a sister to them, because I think a lot of men start to feel like your family outside of a friend, and you're gonna protect your sister, but you might not protect the hoe that you was just smashing.
Wow, that's crazy but true. But how about this, TBarb? Have you ever been put in the friend zone? I mean, you're a pretty girl. I imagine you ain't in the friend zone unless you want to be. But have you ever been put in the friend zone and you didn't want to be there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
So I've grown to be this person, but it was times when I had a little desperation on me. And I think that men could smell it. Like now, I'm content. I was in a bad relationship last year. I said it's the last one. I'm a force just to be with somebody and not have the stigma of being the single friend. But yes, I have been infatuated with people who have been like, oh, well. And I think it's because I was on them so hard and calling them, and they wasn't respecting that.
Desperation ain't never cute.
Huh? Oh, it ain't. I don't care how
cute.
Built up you is. Ladies, listen to this. Titties, ass, small waist, beautiful face, job, career, education, MBA, PhD. If you desperate, they gonna treat you like Keisha at the liquor store buying 2 loose cigarettes. You gonna get that same treatment.
Hey, Richard F. Blackwell says, hello, Rodney Perry. It's been a long time since we were together. The late, great Cliff Winston. That's my guy. Cliff Winston and the home team, the morning show over there at 102.3 KJLH in Los Angeles. Thank you for coming in, Blackwell, man. Mad love, Mary respect. Thank you for popping in. Wow. What you can't do, Sandra says, you can't move in with me. Sandra, you don't know what the hell we was talking about.
She back on the top 10, and I'm gonna agree, Sandra. That's a bonus.
That's a bonus. Well, are we? I guess if you were struggling and you needed a place to stay, and I had a place to stay, and I didn't have a woman,
I just went through that. Yeah. I mean, I'm just talking about people. Period. Don't move nobody in your house. And if you do, make sure you have very strict limits. Hey, 2 weeks by January 27th, I'm expecting you to be gone. And from the beginning, if you're going to do it.
Wow. You're absolutely right. I'm not mad at that at all. That's a good one. Hey, great top 10. I'm on with TBarb. The name of the show is Rodney Perry Live. Up next in the next hour, get this. Have you ever done the Cupid shuffle?
Who, me?
Have you ever done the Cupid shuffle?
What's the Cupid show?
Down, do your thing, do your thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm from Detroit. All we do is hustle.
Cupid of the Cupid Shuffle fame will be on the show in the next hour. Such a good dude too, man. And he's coming on. I'm super excited.
It's huge here. Cupid Shuffle is huge. I thought you was about to spring something else on me, Rodney. My bad. I'm like, Cupid, don't do this today.
Oh yeah, I bring Hopgood in here to try to shoot his shot again. All right. Andromeda's so silly. Can't nobody that ain't from me live with me. Oh, goodness gracious. Gossip is in the building. Thanks for popping in, Trina Pinkert. Awesome, she says. Great job. Hopgood. always saying something beautiful. He came to our HC week and did, I don't know what the hell that said.
He said he was there with Too Short somewhere.
Too Short.
Cupid Shuffle.
Oh, Cupid Shuffle. Oh, got it. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me find this because we got to get some this and that before we get to the top of the hour. God damn it, 5 minutes. All right, TBarb. This or that. All you got to do is pick one. Charlie Wilson or Ron Isley?
Ron.
Really? Not Charlie Wilson?
I like Ron.
You know what I think? Ron Isley is more famous, but Charlie Wilson got more hits.
I think Charlie Wilson gives a better live performance. One of the best live performances I have ever seen.
Easily.
But I like both because I love the Gap Band. But that Ronald Isley, I like the way he's transcended. You know, but I like Charlie too. That's a tough one, but I'm going to go with Ron.
You know what, Andromeda? Hush your mouth. Who using emojis? I don't know what the hell that means. You right. Anyway, hot Cheetos or potato chips?
Not that I'm a vegan potato chips, but if it got weed dust on it, Cheetos.
Weed dust?
Edibles. I eat a hot Cheeto. Mess my stomach up.
A long drive or long walk?
What kind of car we in? It's like, no, long walk.
A Cadillac. You from Detroit, I'm going to say Cadillac.
Long walk. I do a long walk.
Kids or no kids?
Kids.
Ah.
Now I would seem like a bad parent since I already got one. Can't be like
your kids grown too. Your kids ain't kids no more.
Son, he's 16. Yeah.
Your kids ain't kids no more. All right. Neat or junky?
Neat. But really? I'm junky, but I want to be neat.
I like stuff neat, but I'm just not the nigga to do it. Okay. Name brand or generic?
Generic. I like Audi.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The name
I remember when Audi first came out. Only thing I don't do generic is peanut butter.
Why?
I can't stand no fake ass peanut butter. Choosy mom, choose Jif.
The only thing I don't like, the one time I had some hamburger helper that tastes like the box. But other than that, we'd be good.
You're so stupid. Costco or Sam's Club?
Sam's Club.
Really? I like Costco. I'm a Costco man myself. Eminem or Jay-Z?
Eminem, I'm from Detroit.
I was wondering if you were going to give it up to the homie.
I like Jay-Z, but you know I'm from the D. I got to go with the home team.
I'm not mad at that. All right, TBarb. Movie theaters or Netflix?
Netflix.
Dude, I really prefer to watch some shit at my house.
Mm-hmm.
I just do, man. Not that I'm scared. I like the movie theater, but I used to be a big movie goer. And I found out if I got a choice, the same movie in my house or go to the movie theater, I'm staying here.
I mean, you could be naked watching a movie, just whatever you want. You could eat better snacks. Like, I'm so tired of just hot dogs and
Who be
chips,
naked watching a movie?
Me.
So you telling me you about to watch a movie, you gonna sit there butt ass naked?
Depends on the day. I might have just got out the shower and want to watch the movie.
No. I'm gonna put on my pajamas and feel comfortable. If I'm naked, I'm trying to do something.
But I mean, I enjoy, because it's only when my son goes. So I think I do it on purpose because I don't get the luxury. Right. You know, when you got kids, you don't get the luxury of nothing.
Oh, they gonna come in the room.
Oh no, my son, I can't even boo-boo. And he's 16. He'll sit there and talk to me and have a whole conversation, literally.
Get on out of here, dog.
Yeah. I'll be like, can I wipe my ass, please? Can you buy? He'll be like, all right, and then come back. You know, just retarded.
I love it. That's the game of Sweeping Nations called This or That. Finally, Last one. Body wash or bar of soap?
Body wash.
Really? How long do
I
you
don't
keep
use
that
bar
loofah?
soap.
How long do you keep your loofah?
I don't use no loofah. I use a washcloth.
Wait. You got body wash and a regular old washcloth?
And and what's so crazy is I don't even use bar soap. All we got is body wash. I got about 20 things.
What company? Which body wash do you prefer, or do you catch deals?
Native. I use Native body wash.
Like my wife will come in this motherfucker with anything. If it's on sale, we gonna smell like that shit for 6 months.
Y'all got that swab.
Swab, all that. We got one that is this fucking big. She bought me some man shit though. I don't know what she got this shit, but I'm gonna get that shit again. That shit was incredible.
Oh yeah.
All right, y'all. We're gonna take a break. My name is Rodney Bray. We talk with this is Rodney Bray Live. That young lady is TBarb. TBarb is awesome. Well done. Killing the show. All right, y'all. We'll be right back. Going to the top of the hour. Let's go.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
We are back in full effect. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. The name of the show is Cold and Windy, KOLD and Windy, WINDY, I believe. It's set in Chicago, and it follows the drill rappers. I don't know, these young ladies, they rappers, and I'm in it as well. I'm in about 5 episodes, so I'm excited about it. It's always good to be on television. Helps you to stay relevant. Thank you guys for tuning in. Also got a movie out there that is streaming now. It's on airplanes right now. It's called Easter Sunday. I did it with Joe Coy. Mad love, mad respect for Joe Coy. And here goes, guys. Sometimes treating people good pays off. Joe Coy and I, friends many, many years ago, we did a gig, and the guy was talking about not paying Joe. And Joe was like, yo, Rod Deuce, he's not going to pay me. And I made this guy pay Joe Coy. And he remembered that, and 20-some years later, he calls me to be in a film. Mad love, mad respect. Thank you, Joe Coy. My co-host for today, a fabulous comedian. She's an activist. She's a vegan. She's a hell of a top 10 curator. Her name is TBarb. What's up, T?
What's up? And I love Joe Coy. Just to throw that in there, I am a big fan of Joe Coy.
Such a nice guy, man.
To watch his career, oh my God, he is very aspirational for me.
Yeah, you know, he was over here in the black comedy world, right? Long suit jackets, Steve Harvey jackets, everything, and he pivoted into his people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a Filipino. He pivoted into the Filipino world, and man, this guy took off like a skyrocket. And that's proof that if you can find your village, you can make a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everybody in the world don't have to know you, just the right people.
Listen, so how I found him, real quick story. I was riding to my son's game and I saw a line that was about 5 blocks long, literally. It was so long. So I pulled up. It was at this place called the Masonic Temple here in the
I played it before.
Masonic Temple, right? So the line was so long, and you know how it is out there. It's all the blocks. So I stopped and I was like, what are you guys in line for? And they said to see some comedy. The guy said some shitty comedy by Joe Coy, and they laughed, right? I guess that was the recurring joke. I went and looked him up. Because I've never seen a line like that. I've been to concert after concert after concert at the Masonic Temple, but the line and the
And how do
dedication
you
to stand
not
in the
know
line.
that this popular guy is in town? Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I watched it, I said, "Oh, he's doing arenas." And I like his comedy as well. Then I started watching his special and stuff. So I like him.
Yeah, he falls in that same space to me as Russell Peters. Like,
okay,
Russell Peters, who is a global superstar. People in America may or may not know who this man is, but when I tell you he sells out everywhere in the world, all the brown people, the Indians, the all the brown people love him. He called me, he's in Atlanta. Get this, TBarb. He's in Atlanta. He calls me, so Rod, I'm at XX Theater, come through. I walk in the theater, there's no blacks, no whites.
Wow.
No blacks, no whites, all brown people.
Oh, wow.
And they were there to see him. And it was really impressive, man.
That's why our world is what we know and what we see, but there's so much going on. So much going on.
Yeah. Cupid will be joining us in a few minutes, man. TBarb, wow. What's happening, man? What's going on in your life?
Well, a lot and a little bit at the same time. I have, like I said, the audio albums out, and I produce a show here every first Wednesday at the new Detroit House of Comedy, which is next door to the
club that Mike
Theater.
Epps owns, or is that something else?
No, Mike Epps has open mic. So I know some people over there, they did a grand opening. They really didn't necessarily include me, but I'm at the Detroit House of Comedy, which is inside.
So let me get this straight. There's Detroit House of Comedy.
Yeah.
There's the Southfield, the Punchline Comedy Lounge.
Punchline. There's Mike Epps' new place. Open mics.
And then there's
Mark Ridley's.
Who?
Mark Ridley's.
I didn't even know about
that.
That's
the Caucasian Comedy Club.
Okay.
The Independent Comedy Club in Hamtramck.
But what's the other place down there with the blacks and the soul food?
The blacks and the soul food.
They known for their food. It's kind of a warehouse. I think they
Birds. Yeah, Birds.
So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comedy clubs.
Yeah.
That's great for Detroit.
It is excellent for Detroit. Just seeing we went from nothing. We went from just only having the Mark Ridley's to having all of these clubs. So I'm thankful to be included. The House of Comedy is a nationwide brand that came here. It's right downtown inside of Hockey Town, and I'm there February 1st and March 1st for TBarb and friends. So if anybody in the D or coming to the D, come out see me. I do the Ghetto Prices Right. And we have Martini Harris February 1st, and I had Damon Williams last month. So we try to just diversify and just keep it moving.
I'm about to come down there and rock with you one week.
You gotta come. I'll be in New Jersey too, February 11th in Vineland, New Jersey. I'll be at the Traverse City Comedy Festival, open up for Dean Edwards. I'll be hosting for him February 3rd through the 5th. So, and I'm in the metaverse. So anybody who has an Oculus headset, I host.
Get out of here. Are you in the metaverse?
Yes, I am. I've been in there for 6 months.
Please explain the metaverse. First of all, so I bought my daughter the Oculus.
Oh, you could. Oh, Rodney, please come do my show. Please, they would love it.
I bought my daughter the Oculus, and my buddy JP Justice like, Rodney, you have to get in here. Listen, and I think it's amazing. Now, what platform do you use?
I use Horizon World.
You do Horizon World.
Yeah, I'm in Horizon World. And so what happened was in about June, somebody reached out to me that was doing stuff in the metaverse. I didn't know anything about it. I had only put on the Oculus one time. And they wanted me to come in and host a comedy show there. They have one really big comedy club that Meta itself I just did a I can't say the news outlet, but y'all will see it. I just did an interview with a news outlet for them where we did a dual show where I had the headset on with a real audience and my metaverse audience at the same time. It was very interesting. I'm actually gonna post a clip of it with me with the headset on. But every Thursday night, last night, 11 p.m. inside. So if you have the Oculus, there's several.
Explain to the people though, TBarb, like that this is the next frontier.
It's let me tell you something. It's not going anywhere. I don't care how much you see that it may go down. It's if you're gonna jump on, because I believe in sharing. Some people don't want to share. If you're gonna jump on, do it now. And the reason I say that is because by this time next year, it'll probably be on a whole nother level. They are constantly updating, constantly. And Daphne Springs is actually hosting Dry Bar Comedy in there every Thursday night at the same time as my show. So they have different shows. And for them to bring her in, it's just showing you.
Well, you know, Meta loves her though. Facebook love her.
Well, she's in there hosting. And actually, I just did the pilot.
I see you, Cupid. We coming to you next.
That dual show was a pilot that I'm pretty sure they watched because they watch everything. But I'm in the Ladies of Comedy Museum, 11 o'clock. The metaverse is like me and you, like how we're doing this interview, but we will be next to each other, but we are avatars. And you can feel the vibration.
And you can even put stuff like this into the space too.
If you go on YouTube to you can watch it. They stream it live on YouTube. So you can actually see me as an avatar. I brought in a lot of comedians. So I bring in a regular comedian. It's usually their first time. I have an extra headset in my house. They put it on and it's mind blowing. It is unbelievable.
So what do you have? You use a green screen? Or once they put the headset on, they just got the avatar.
Once you put the headset on, you design your avatar to look the way you want.
They got a show. They got a show in LA where they do it against the green screen, so you see the person real time.
But that's what I'm saying. I just did the dual show. I'm talking about in front of a live audience, though. We were at the Comedy Project in Grand Rapids.
Oh wow.
And, but no, I could sit right here. You could be dressed however you want. Your avatar is going to look how you created. It mouth moves with yours. You have two hand movements.
No, I've seen it. I've been in there. I know exactly how it works.
But it's a way. So, for instance, last night I only had one person from Detroit in the whole audience. So we had Alaska, Tennessee, St. Louis, Texas, all over the world.
Wow, I love that.
United Kingdom.
Hey y'all, TBarb. You know what? We doing Rodney Perry live in the metaverse. I'm about to do it now. I'm about to hook it up.
Listen, Rodney Perry, and they have podcasts in there. I'm talking about, I got some people that can build for you. I got my own world in there. So I have my first piece of meta property. And but I would love to have you on a Thursday. Come, that'll be a good.
I'll definitely do that.
That'll be a good intro for you to really see what's going on. And they would love it.
Oh, wow. Hey, y'all, it's Rodney Perry. You tuning in. Hey, y'all, it's Rodney Perry. You tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. TBarb taking us to the metaverse. All right. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, my man Cupid going to join us. Wow, I'm super excited. This is a good day. It's a good day. Right there.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
It's illegal to drive high. Unless you real high. Anyway, all right. Let's keep it going. The show is incredible today. Shouts out to TBarb. She's rocking. She's my co-host for the day. But ladies and gentlemen, I reached out to my friend. I met this young man maybe 7 years ago or so, and we just kind of connected. And he's just a great guy. Hails from Louisiana, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, what's up, Cupid? How are you, bro?
Man, it's always good to be on the show, man. I be on your Instagram, bro. You be wilding, bro.
Don't tell nobody, Cupid. Man, first of all, man, just when people think you can't do it again, you do it again.
Yeah, man.
You got a new dance out.
That flex, bro. That flex is like is so on fire, man, right now.
So let me ask you this, Cupid. So creatively, are you just sitting there going, Do you have a word? Do you have a beat? Do you have a vibe? What comes first?
The vibe come first. Like what audience I'm trying to reach, man. And then, you know, it's a science to the line dance thing because you got to make the line dance fit the music and the words. So
Okay.
I normally make the dance up after I come up with the actual song.
Okay.
But yeah, man, like, you know, like back in the day, it was like, you know, these line dances, you know, there's this corny line dances, blah, blah, blah. But now, man, it's like everybody doing them everywhere you go. And as like my time is finally starting to progress, like to where it's like, oh, like this is a real thing, and this is the guy who like run that lane, you know.
Hey man, you know, first of all, you're young, you know, because it used to be an old man game.
Yeah.
And you're young, you're constantly creating, man. Dude, you got people back dancing. And people stopped dancing for a while.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is the reason why my songs do so well is because guys don't always want to dance, but they don't want their girl dancing with no other dude. So I make the music to where she can dance and look sexy and still be dancing by herself. You know what I mean?
I'm not mad at that. Hey, let me bring TBarb in here. Speaking of lovely ladies, TBarb.
What up,
T? Cupid.
Hey, Cupid.
What's up, my friend?
Hey, dude. So, do people? Are you? I know you. Are you as famous as you want to be?
Man, I am, because it's not a place in the world I can't perform, play. I mean, I mean the world. Like you can go to Japan, Australia, they're gonna shuffle. But at the same time, I'm able to go to, you know, my son's basketball games and coach AAU basketball and be regular, man, and not have to deal with all that crazy stuff that be on the internet all the time. So I love that part.
Right. So you able to bridge the gap, man. Cupid, man, it's such a pleasure. What's different from now, like now and when you first started?
When I first started, there wasn't no internet like that. You know, 2007, I was one of the original YouTube babies who my song blew up on YouTube before YouTube was even cool. And there was no Instagram, it was just MySpace, Black Planet, and a few other things. So now I get to sit back, like I tell people, if TikTok would have came out in 2007, I'd be Michael Jackson. I'd be the biggest.
Oh, easily.
You know, so now having another hot record in TikTok, it's funny because like now you just put your songs on the internet and the DJs call you and say, hey man, they got some girls dancing on TikTok to flex. I need the record. And it helps gauge where you gotta go, and it helps promote it, and it gives you just like a little avenue outside of radio, man. So man, with the internet, that's the difference, bro. Is that internet is something serious. Just like she was saying about the metaverse. Like, you know, they got line dance classes in the metaverse right now. It's so crazy.
Really?
Yeah, man. It's bananas. So I'm just taking full advantage of it, man, and just letting these dancers just get to the people without having to deal with the machine or the label, and then force the label to have to come see me because it got 8 million views on TikTok.
Wow. So and TBarb, please jump in when you're ready. Here goes, dog. You taking advantage of social media. Does this make you totally independent in terms of you don't have to wait for the record company to fund you?
Nah, man, and I was at Atlantic. I was at Atlantic in 2007, you know, and I'm thankful for them because they helped get me out there at that time.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, you could shoot your own video, you can promote, you can go to radio. They got online radio stations. You can put it out by yourself. Use that revenue to generate to you know, do other things. So nah, like if you got a work ethic like we had back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and you apply that to now, man, it can be a very amazing thing. And as you can see with Flex right now, man, I made that during COVID, and so we weren't even doing concerts at the time, and it blew up during COVID because people was on the internet so much.
Hey, who else is out there? We got one of the young men in the chat. He said tell Cupid I'm Jay Smooth. Jay Smooth is coming. Are there any young people following in your footsteps?
You know, man, they are. I mean, I know a lot of people just kind of want to make them a line dance song and think it's just gonna just blow up. But it's becoming a thing now. Like the Southern Soul and the line dance stuff is really becoming a thing. And you know, God is interesting, man, because I'm an R&B singer. Like just by when I first started, that's what I was doing. But God put me in a lane that's kind of like exclusive. So somebody told me if people want to put you in the box, make sure you own the box, you know. So
how about that?
I'm like, okay, we gonna put a line dance in every song we drop and let these people do what they love to do, and that's dance and have a good time.
Wow. Hey, TBarb, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, well, you know, Detroit is a massive market for you. I'm from Detroit, and you know that we call it the hustle here, but I just say line dance to reference. So you already know what time it is. You know, everybody here knows your music. That's just like even with the Tamia song. Most people don't know that's a huge hustle here. Tamia comes here specifically because you ain't even got to come up with a line dance. I'm pretty sure Cupid could come out with a song. It's going to be a hustle instructor that can't wait I'm pretty sure sometimes you look up like, I ain't have to come up with the first part because Detroit was like to the left, to the right. You know, this is a thing here. Yep. But I'm not going to lie, I did not know you were that young. You know, I didn't watch the video. All I hear is down, down, do ya. I thought you needed a hip replacement. So, hey, young man. And then I was like, okay, you know, he's doing the dance because he's in the chair. And then, are you from New Orleans?
I'm from Lafayette. I'm about 2 hours from New Orleans.
I went to Lafayette on tour one time to a hookah bar. Listen, the only hookah bar, everybody there worked there was white, but they had on dashikis. It tripped me out. Shout out to Lafayette, Louisiana. I like this reparations at its best.
That sound about right.
Yeah, I went to school in New Orleans, so I heard the little twang in your voice. So you said own the box. So I noticed that a traditional song only has a certain length of time, but your songs seem to have infinite longevity. Was it designed like that, or did it just happen like that?
You know, so my favorite artist of all time is Frankie Beverly.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why is because when Frankie Beverly walk on stage, you instantly smell barbecue.
Right.
It's not even. It's the songs are great. It's just the vibe. So I wanted to make music that felt like that, like where when you hear it, it's like, oh, let me run to the floor, auntie and them, you know, the grandkids,
whole family.
Yeah. So you know, being that he's my favorite artist, I just wanted to exemplify like that kind of aura. And what happens with that kind of music is it stands the test of time because, you know, they got people who I walk up to right now who will say, hey, when I was in kindergarten, you came to my school and yada, 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 and sung the shuffle. And I'm like, how old are you now? And they're like, I'm 17, you know? So
wow.
Being that it stands the test of time, that's what gives it that longevity. And because it feels good, you know, it doesn't really have, it don't fit in a time frame. Like, you know, 90s music, 80s music. It's just nostalgic. And that's what I love so much about making that kind of.
All right, Mr. Cupid, I got beef with you, man. Because some of us phone folks can't keep up. Some of these dances be hard as hell.
Okay, so shuffle was my gift to the grown folk. That's the easy one.
That was easy, Rodney.
That's my go-to. That's my go-to.
Down, do you? Come on, you can do that.
Now, if you're gonna do flex, you gotta work on your knees because you gotta get down a little low. You know, when you hit the flex. And I just released one called Slow Dance Shuffle. And it's funny that you mentioned the Tamia song because with the Slow Dance Shuffle, I wanted to make one similar to the Tamia record where it's like a lot of steps, but smooth. So if you can graduate to the Slow Dance Shuffle, man, they can't tell you nothing on the floor.
Wow. Okay, Cupid, can you dance?
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to be able to dance.
I'm from Louisiana.
Even think about this.
It looks like you talking about, yeah, I can. Were you a choreographer or was it just the natural ability to the song? Because making a line dance is not as easy to keep it in line with the moves and make it fun. So did you work with a professional choreographer or did you just come up with that?
I just clubbed so much in college that I think I became a professional dancer just from the clubs, like, you know. And then, New Orleans, you know about that bounce music, man. Like, I was in the club Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, in the middle of the floor, and I was known as the person who would just, dance with everybody. So, with that's kind of where that come from. It's just like, being in them clubs, and then when, like you said, when you make a line dance, it's a science to it because your body naturally moves in different directions. And if you make a line dance that goes against your natural body movement, people instantly say it's hard. So you kind of got to study that and kind of watch, just how a person moves, how people naturally move.
Wow, man. Hey, this is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. We're talking to Cupid. Man, dude, so much great music. I mean, people will be dancing to your music, many, many years. Like, when you think about your contribution to America, I mean, we're looking at King Day. That was Monday. Like, man, I mean, I'm proud to even say that I even know you.
Man, that's love, man. It's with the Black Lives Matter thing, when that happened and I saw the police and the protesters dancing together. Then for the election, you see that as like a song that they play and so many different things that come up. It just is a blessing, bro. Because in 2007, nobody knew. The label didn't know. Nobody knew. And, it's a blessing to see, bro. I call it the United Song of America. That's what I call Cupid Shuffle.
Yes, sir.
It could be me and you could have beef. We could be at the same barbecue and that come on, and I might be still grilling you, but we gonna be stepping.
Yeah,
it's that song.
I mean, Cupid. What comes to mind? I think before you, it was the electric slide, which had been out 1,000 years, and so you gave a voice to all the rest of us, and then the old people could still do it. Dude, man, such a great like as you look at your place in history, like what do you hash out? Is it Michael Jackson and Cupid?
Man, I just want to look. If I could be Frankie Beverly Jr., I take that and run with it, bro. Cause I'm telling you, when that man get on stage with that all white on, it's a vibe. It's just like, what it is, and that's what I want. Like when Cupid comes in concert, like to be like, Cupid coming in concert, drum roll, everybody start putting on their dancing shoes, taking off their heels, putting their flats on, like it's about to dance. And that's the kind of vibe I want, for people when they hear me coming to town, man.
So I have a question. I know you started with the record label. It seems like you're independent at this point.
Mm-hmm.
How is the payday? Do you feel like the payday was better with the record label, or is it better as an independent artist?
So, that's a great question. With the label, you just got more bills. You know what I mean? Like when I got my first check from Atlantic, it was negative $900,000, and I was like, "What?" It's like, yeah, video promotion and videos and da 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 and da 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 da. Like they build that back to me because it's all recoupable.
Right.
So that was like, it took me like 7 years to be able to catch back up to, that bill up, man. But
wow.
But like independently now, it's so cool to see like Flex hit 1 million streams, and that's your 1 million streams, like worth of money and stuff like that. Of course, you still got to invest in yourself. Now let me just say this, my sister. If a label want to cut the proper check with the right stipulations,
the money now too. Like when you don't know, you can take a brick, but now you know.
Bro, when you don't know, you don't know. And man, listen, with Shuffle, man, like the first 2 years of Shuffle when it was piping hot, man, I ain't had no money. None. Like from music. So it was like I'm all over TV. They doing my stuff everywhere. I couldn't get it. Now I understand. So, yeah, man. If somebody want to come, look, hey, y'all watching the show, y'all want to sit down and talk, we can talk. We can make this thing a little bigger than
I like the way you pull that head up.
Oh yeah, so they can see my eye when I say that.
Now, Fantasia mentioned that, and she was just saying how your favorite artist, because now you have the pressure to have the look to drive the car. Was that ever in those 2 years when you were broke? Did you still feel you had that pressure to maintain the look, even though that wasn't the case behind the scenes?
Oh, you have to. I mean, you had to. I mean, mindset wise, because you don't want people in the hood and in your city to think you fell off. So you got to put that on, you know. I mean, or because you know how we are. Oh man, look what he driving. Look at this. Oh no. So yeah, there is that pressure, and but I've matured and grown a lot. Like now, none of that stuff matters. Like I had a nice sports car at one time, and I was too scared to drive it in where I live, like because there ain't nobody out. I'm like,
yeah, I feel you on that.
You know,
hey, last question, Cupid, man. Collaborations, man. I mean, you write these great songs. Is that something coming down the pipe? Maybe you collab with, I don't know, Fantasia for something like that.
I got 2 on deck, man. I got a video dropping this week that I did with Mr. Talkbox. I know you know him.
I love him. Great guy.
Great guy, man. And I got one coming up this summer with Raheem Devon. It's called Ice Cream. So you know Raheem, you know him. He always you know him. He always singing about something some grown folks.
Hey, on the streets right now, Flex is out right now.
Yes.
The Cupid Shuffle is perpetually out. Now, yes. Streaming is different. Are people buying it, or do they just have to stream it?
Streaming is cool, you know. They're not really buying it like they used to the 99-cent thing. They streaming it, but streaming, you know, it pays less, but you can accumulate more. And you know, as long as you got your back end, your publishing and your writers and your stuff together, man, you should be fine. Because streaming is considered like, you know, when you do a reel on Instagram and you that music, that's like a stream too. So all the things count. And look, man, whatever they decide to change the media to, whether it's CD, MP3, stream, metaverse, whatever they want to call it, as long as you connect yourself to that and connect that to your bank account, man, you know you could pay some bills, you know.
I love that, man. Hey, y'all, my name is Rodney Perry. You tuned in Rodney Perry Live. Cupid, how do we stay in touch, bro?
Man, official new Cupid on Instagram. Official new Cupid on Instagram. And you know that's how we connect. That's how we rock. It's official new Cupid on TikTok too. And is Cupid with the blue check on Facebook. But I'm always on Instagram. Always. So
okay, I'm gonna follow you. Follow me back after the show.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do the dance.
Do the dance on the TikTok.
Now you know I'm gonna repost you.
I'm gonna do. Listen, oh, you done said that. Now I'm about to hold on.
You got Detroit and Louisiana mixed, so you ought to tear it up.
I'm gonna tear it up.
Kill it. TBarb, how do we stay in touch?
If you want to stay in touch with me, you can go to my website, which is tbarbisfunny.com. On TikTok, it's comedian TBarb. Instagram, I am TBarb, and Facebook, comedian TBarb. But hit that website, tbarbisfunny.com.
Hey, Trina Picker says she's going to Flex this weekend.
Tag me, Trina, and I'm gonna repost you, make you famous, my friend. We're gonna get them followers up for real.
I love that. Hey, Cupid, thank you for coming on the show and really, showing us, like, telling us about your journey, man. I don't think everybody know, and they should, man. The Cupid Shuffle, the Flex, the Slow Jam. Get yourself ready. Cupid is not going nowhere, and he ain't but 25. All right, man. Hey, that's our show for today. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. Thank you, TBarb. Thank you. Oh, wow, this was dope. Wow. All right, y'all, we out of here.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What?